Hi friends, welcome to Selenium Automation Testing channel. So in last video I have covered the how to get the data from the row and column data. So now I am going to suppose if I have a 20 cells of data, if I have 30 cells of data, if I want to get the total cells of data, then if I go to like row wise and cell wise data, it would be a bad approach because lines of code would be a increase. Instead of that one I can go for the loops so that I can get the entire data. Suppose if I have 20 cells of data, if I have 30 cells of data, how much cells of data value also I can handle it by using loops, because in the earlier I have gone through each row and each column I have get the data. Now I want to get the total data. For that purpose, I am going for loop. First for loop is for the row and second for loop is for column. Here I am taking two for loops. So nested for loop I am using here approach. First row, first of all, in the first row, first loop will for first row. In that first row, column data want to get it. For that purpose, I will use another row. So here I am taking the first loop. So here I am going to already I have the sheet. So in that sheet I want the last row. So I am taking the last row so that up to the last row I can get the data. So this is the Excel sheet. These are the rows and columns. This first for loop is for rows 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another for loop is for column. Next I am going want to get the row value. Sheet dot. I want the total row value. That's why I'm using get of I, so that I will get the row data. So here I will get the all row data because I return the get of I. Suppose I have 10 rows means also it will return I equal to 0, I greater than 10, I plus plus, I greater than 1 or not. Its condition is satisfied. Then I will get the first row. I greater than 2, then the condition is satisfied. Then it will go to the inside for loop. After that one, it will increase the for loop by using iterator. I greater than 3. So then the condition satisfied, then it will get the third row data. After that one, it will go for iterator. It will increase. So in that way, up to the condition fails, it will work. I greater than 11. So like that, I greater than up to that sheet roll number, it will take in that way. So here I want to get the cell value. No, no, no. So here I want to get the last cell number because it want to get it. After that one, Now I get the total row and cell value. Now I will print the value. If it is numeric or if it is boolean, for that purpose also it should value. For that purpose I am writing the validation. So if it is cell type is a string, then I want to print the value. That one I am writing. So if it is boolean also, I want to handle this one. If I want to, if it is numeric also, its cell type should handle. For that purpose I am writing. So I am printing the value. Let's see how it's going to come. So here I have got the entire value. So in the Excel, up to this row, whatever the data has, everything has come. So that is the main intention of here I have written. So in this way, here I am not going to each row and each cell. I want to get the everything. At that time, I will go for this approach. This one is for this. This one is for row, to get the row data. This one is for to get the cell data. This is the mainly. First, it will go for first row. I greater than. So here it will go for here it will take zero row. In zero row, first loop will be zero. Zero would be first loop. After that one, it will jump to the this another loop. Here, how many cells of data is there? So four cells of data is there. Then I equal to j equal to 0, j greater than 4, j plus plus. Then it will go to here. It will get the this cell of data 0 comma 0, next 0 comma 1, next 0 comma 2, next 0 comma 3. After that 0 comma 4 not there. Then this loop will end here. This loop will end here because the condition fail here. Next it will come to another loop. Here it will come to second row. It will take in the second row two columns are there. After first it will go to this loop will get for row. This loop will for 1 comma 0. Next 1 comma 1. Next after that 1 comma 2. There if we don't have data, then the condition will fail. Like that the total loop will calculate in that way. That is the process it following here. Now I have able to get the entire data. Now I want to supply this data to the script. Now I will write the data for the script and let's see it's working fine or not. Okay. Here so through the test data I want to run the script. For that purpose I will take in this way. Now I will run a script. So here I able to get the test data there. So here in search bar whatever in Flipkart application, I want to handle in a put in a Excel data. Then I want to handle. So here the test data I am giving to the send keys, but I have to give through the Excel. So for that purpose I am writing the method again. Now I want to give the path of this Excel sheet. So I am taking the path. Now I have taken the path, it's working fine. In next step I want to take workbook factory dot. So workbook factory is in class. It has static methods. So now I want to get the sheet. So that sheet is in a string type. That's why I'm taking the here as string type. So here I'm taking the this sheet. First of all, I want to access first sheet, then row, then column. In the manner I'm following here. So here I have given the test data here, sixth cell. So it will take as a fifth. So I will take as a fifth cell. I want to get the cell value. So fifth row, zero cell value. Here it is. Fifth row, zero cell value. That's why I'm taking 5 comma 0. That is a cell value here. is a string type. I want to print the value. For that purpose, I'm giving the again validation. So here I will give in this way. So it is not taking. So now I will go to the earlier I have written the code for this one. I will go to take that one. Then I can see that one. So now I will take this one instead of. Here data it would be cell. Now it will take string type of data because in send keys I want to send only string type of data. Now I will take this one so that instead of sending data through hard coding in that way, I want to take the test data in Excel. Then I want to supply it to the script. That is the main intention of data driven testing. So here I am following that procedure. So for the script, I am giving the test data through the script. So now pop-up will come and so it is working fine. Whatever the data I have taken from the Excel test data, I'm supplying through the script. That is the main intention of data-driven testing. For that purpose, we are taking Apache Boy and getting the data connecting through the Excel. After that one, getting the row and this is the main intention. I will take the test data here. Then I will supply this to the script. That is the main intention of data-driven testing. So here it is working. Here I have taken the have here I have written the XPath. For that XPath, I have taken the to interact with Excel workbook, sheet, row, and that way. So this is the main purpose of data-driven testing. Thanks for watching.